Welcome to German History with a German accent. My name is Wolf, W-O-L-F, just like the animal, and in today's video I'm speaking about Sophie Scholl. As always, if you enjoy these videos, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to drop me a comment below. Sophie Magdalena Scholl was born on May 9th, year 1921, in Feuchtenberg, which is located in southern Germany, as daughter of Magdalena and Robert Scholl. While growing up, Sophie and her 5 siblings were raised with Christianity and liberal values. Initially, like her brother Hans, she believed in some ideals of the National Socialist movement, especially the idea of working for a common good. At the age of 12, Sophie Scholl joined the Bund Deutscher Mädel. In English it's known as League of German Girls. This organization was somewhat of a girls' counterpart for the Hitler Youth, where Sophie became a Scharführer. Like her brother Hans in the Hitler Youth, she made her group go through tests of courage and toughness. In the year 1937, both Sophie and Hans Scholl had been in police custody for several hours for being part of the German youth movement of November 1st, 1929. This youth group was founded by Eberhard Köbel. After its founding in the year 1929, the group drifted towards the political left in the early 1930s, before the NSDAP prohibited it like all other non-National Socialist run groups and parties, after it rose to power in the year 1933. This event was known as Gleichschaltung in German, or coordination in English. Also in the year 1937, Sophie Scholl met Fritz Hartnagel, her future fiancé. In March of the year 1940, she finished her Abitur, the diploma allowing her to attend colleges and universities, before Sophie Scholl began studying biology and philosophy in Munich in May 1942. Sophie Scholl completed training at a kindergarten near Ulm. In Germany, we go to the kindergarten before we attend a school, mostly from the ages 3 to 6, by the way. The work in the kindergarten was not accepted as an alternative for the Reichsarbeiterdienst, RAD for short. This National Labor Service was introduced in the year 1935, where men between the ages of 18 and 25 had to serve 6 months prior to their mandatory military service. The goals of this service were to discipline the men, fulfill auxiliary duties for the Wehrmacht, and to realize the National Socialist idea that everyone is equal. It didn't matter what family you came from, you had to serve. With the beginning of the Second World War, the Reichsarbeiterdienst also drafted women. While serving her 6 months at the Reichsarbeiterdienst, she began to read writings of Augustinus von Hippo and Georges Bernanos. These religiously writings began to turn her against National Socialism. From October 1941 until March 1942, Sophie Scholl completed military auxiliary service as a kindergarten employee in Blumberg at the edge of the Black Forest. This service was required to attend university. In May 1942, Sophie Scholl began her studies of biology and philosophy at the University of Munich. Her brother Hans was studying medicine at the same facility and introduced his sister to his friends. The newly formed group shared political views as well as many hobbies. Hans Scholl, together with Alexander Schmorell, founded a non-violent intellectual resistance group named Weiße Rose, or White Rose, against National Socialism in fall 1942 after their experiences as medical auxiliaries at the Eastern Theater. Sophie Scholl joined the group once she learned about it. She became an author and distributor of pamphlets and leaflets which should encourage the German people to passively resist the government. The resistance group Weiße Rose was able to mail material and distribute 5 leaflets in the southern German area. The Gestapo assumed the authors of the leaflets to be enrolled at the university in Munich. Hans and Sophie Scholl both were arrested after distributing the 6th leaflet on February 18th, 1943. The siblings spread the leaflets in the university building, and just before leaving the building, Jakob Schmidt, a janitor, discovered them after Sophie Scholl threw the remaining material from the top of the staircase. Schmidt held the siblings until the Gestapo arrived. Although Sophie Scholl was assumed innocent by her Gestapo interrogator, she was able to get rid of all evidence against her. Her brother Hans was less fortunate. To dispose evidence, he even tried to aid a draft of another leaflet he had with him, but the Gestapo was able to secure enough to match the handwriting to other writings of Christoph Probst, which they found while searching Hans Scholl's home. Christoph Probst, also a member of the Weiße Rose, designed the pamphlet. In an attempt to protect other members of the Weiße Rose, Sophie Scholl took full responsibility. Only 4 days after their arrests, Hans and Sophie Scholl, as well as Christoph Probst, were tried in the Volksgerichtshof, or People's Court, where Roland Freisler found him guilty and sentenced all of them to death. You can find a short video about Roland Freisler by clicking the link in the top right of this video. All of them were decapitated a few hours after the sentence was spoken. How can we expect righteousness to prevail when there is hardly anyone willing to give himself up individually to a righteous cause? It is such a splendid sunny day, and I have to go. But how many have to die on the battlefield in these days? How many young, promising lives? What does my death matter if by our acts thousands are warned and alerted? Among the student body, there will certainly be a revolt, were Sophie Scholl's last words, before she was executed on February 22nd, the year 1943, at the age of 21. Thank you so much for watching.